This is Life Prepper. Basic simple question. I want to ask you this. Would you take your brother's food to survive? What I'm saying is, Shtf has happened, WROL has happened, and you're out of food. But your brother has food. He's a prepper, maybe, or he just had enough insight to stock up on things. Maybe he raises his own garden, he cans his own food and stuff. Things in that area, whatever the reason is. But, he's already been good to you. He's already given you some food to help keep you going, but that's not enough. You want it more, and he says, I don't have no more to give. The more I give you, the less I'm going to, you're not managing it. You're not taking care of it because you're not being responsible. You're taking the food from your brother, and it's just like a gambler going and wanting to borrow money off it, like a drug addict, expecting you to keep giving them money to bail them out every time something needs to happen. So, situation's pretty bad, and your brother's already bailed you out several times already and giving you food and giving you food and giving you food, but you're not being responsible. Maybe you have a wife, maybe you or have a husband, maybe you have some children, but nonetheless you're not being responsible and you're wasting the food. You're just eating it up because you're hungry. I'm starved, I'm hungry, and I want something to eat, and I want it now. Instead of making my food last all week, I want to get it up all in 2 days. So I'm going to go, my brother's got food, I want to go ask him again. Not, can I have some more? Well, what happened to the food? I gave you enough to last you all week, or even longer if you managed it. Well, we was hungry, and we just couldn't help it, and we ate it all up. So can you give us some more? So, would you, in your situation, become greedy? Would you take and break into your brother's house, kill your brother maybe kill the whole family to take the food? I mean, that's something to think about. Would you do something like that? If you thought about something like that, then you know basically what kind of person you're really going to be in a SHTF event. If you do not manage the food, and you eat it all up, and you take for granted that your brother or your sister or your uncle or your parents or whatever it is going to keep giving you food, and you not have to work for it or whatever, and when the time comes and they say, no, I'm not giving you no more, it's no different than being a drug addict, a gambler, an alcoholic, whatever, who gets in trouble all the time and goes to their family and wants money. And then there has been cases where people have killed family members to get the money, whatever, because the family member finally said, no, you can't go on the trip, so why not kill them and get rid of them so you can have the money to go and do what you want? And it usually bites you in the butt in the end somehow. So I'm asking you, would you do this? Would you kill your brother, your family member, and take all their food just because they told you they cannot give you any more food? That you're not responsible. I've given you food after time and food and food and food, and you're eating it all up, and we cannot give you any more food if you're not going, just yet, I'm done. I can't give you any more. So would you kill that person and take their food? Your family member, your brother, your parents, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, whatever. Would you kill them and take their food? Something to think about. For me, no. For me, I would be responsible and make the food last me. The more concern is having water. As long as I've got water, I can survive without the food. I can reduce the amount of food. My stomach's going to grumble. I'm going to be miserable, but the vantage point is I do know how to survive off the land if I need to. If I'm given a week's worth of food, I want to try to make that food last 2 weeks if possible. If that means I got to do mini fastings and skip down to 2 meals a day instead of eating 3 meals a day or eating 1 meal a day, and portion it out. I'm going to. And I'm not going to kill someone. I'm not going to murder a family member. I'm not going to murder people I know or may not know and take their food. Because that's not me. I'm not going to do it. So, for me, it's no. But if you think about it and you answer yes to any of it, then you better think about some things. Because if you answer yes to it, and you'll say, well, the laws don't apply anymore. It's act of survival. Got to survive. But if you're willing to kill people you love, you care about, for food that normally will last you maybe 3 or 4 months if you manage it right, but you're going to eat it all up because you're not going to manage it. You're just going to worry about feeding yourself at that time. Then you're going to go out and murder someone else then because you've already murdered once. So if you consider that you would do something like that to people you love, to people you know, if you consider doing it, then you need to reevaluate your situation and start changing your life around. You need to start thinking more about how you need to raise the crops, how you need to start prepping some things and putting some extra food back. You need to rethink about how to learn how to raise things and harvest things and how to fish and how to do other things. You need to rethink this, because if you're willing to murder people for food, that is saying what kind of person you are. If you're willing to murder people for food and not do anything to prepare yourself, it's a lot to think about. Me, I know I won't. I won't murder them for food. It just ain't going to happen. I'm not going to murder them over that last can of beans. It's not worth it to me. I'm not going to murder you over that last can of beans. If you want that last can of beans, you go ahead and take it. I don't care. I'm not going to murder you over it. It's not worth killing somebody over a can of beans. Just not. So this is Live Prepper here, and I'm asking you, would you do this? Be safe, be happy. Bless you all.